Okay, what an absolutely crazy evening of the 12th of the 5th, 2016 it was in my household. What an absolute nuts night. Everything just went wrong. If it could have gone wrong, it did go wrong. And I'll tell you something now, I haven't had a Twitter match off, a Twitter slang off like that since 2013 when I last had the Manic Miner 83 channel, and some guy, and you know, in my experience I didn't really know how to deal with this, but some guy with like a 2000 sub channel against my 100 sub channel, what it was at the time, trying to take on this man mountain of popularity, ended up making me think I just need to quit my channel and start again, because this, I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening with my channel. I don't know who's come over to hate on my videos. This is just insane. Well, this was on a bigger scale last night. It was absolutely ridiculous. And for those of you who don't know, I'm actually surprised a lot of people don't know. When I did the video last night, which was the video I was editing at the time that all this was happening. When I did the video last night and I sort of mentioned it in there, people were like, what drama, what's happened? I don't understand. Basically, a little recap. I did a video 2 videos ago talking about YouTubers that I think have killed Call of Duty, and there was a few names mentioned, and that's pretty much all you need to know. If you haven't seen the video, go back and watch it. If you have seen the video, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. But basically, I obviously said in the last night's video that I went to work, came home, read all the tweets and, you know, read all the messages and things like that, and I was pleased about the vibe that video gave off. Now, I know I'm going over this again. I really want to cut this subject off, but I just want to, this is obviously new information and a new series of events that people don't know about, but I was sitting there and I was just happily editing the commentary, and my wife was next to me and she was like, do you want to watch a film together, or do you want to, you know, do that on there because I've seen a film I'd like to watch? And I said, no, you watch this, that's great, at least I get a bit of quiet time to do this, that's cool, and you just carry on. I'll top your wine glass up and have a pleasant evening. I'm going to put my headset on and crack on. And that is exactly what I did. And as I was sitting there editing last night's video and editing the commentary, thanks guys, brilliant, no drama, awesome, everything's really good, and it's a happy household, I suddenly went onto Twitter and I noticed that one of my subs had said to me, oh god, have you seen JD? He's absolutely losing his rag over your video. And I thought, JD from NY, why is he losing his rag over my video? There was no mention. By the way, let me just clear this for the record right now, right here. JD from NY was nothing to do with that video. I know I mentioned Reaper's friends and his hangers-on and his minions and things, but basically I wasn't referring to JD, I was referring to a couple of other people, one of which is T-Bets, and I can't think of the other guy's name, I genuinely can't, but that was what I was referring to. JD has done nothing to me. Me and JD, I would like to think, are good friends. We've had a couple of collaborations and stuff in the past, so JD's fine, you know, and I had to tell him that a little bit later on. But basically, I thought, well, okay, I'll have a look, and I went over to JD's Twitter feed, and I noticed he wasn't really talking at me, you know, he didn't really link me into anything, but he was obviously answering people who were obviously giving him false information and saying, oh, Apocalypse has made a video, I think it's about you. Now, JD's a bit of a hothead. In fact, JD's a lot of a hothead. He's a hot-headed chap, to say the least, as am I. So I understand and I get where he's coming from, and obviously you put 2 and 2 together, sometimes you get 6. So I thought, well, I'll give the storm time to settle down, you know, and I went over to the guy who sent me the message and I put, look, if JD wants to find me, he knows where I am. I'm not going anywhere. I'm right here all the time. So I bided my time. I carried on quite happily doing my commentary and editing that and all the rest of it. And then I thought I'll check back on JD's channel and I'll have a look. I'll just see if he's had enough time to cool down, and we'll have a private chat over direct messages and sort this thing out. And as I went over there, I noticed that the man had put his 2 penneth in. The man known, I can't even say his name, I'm going to call him Smiblical Sleeper. There we go. Smiblical Sleeper had put his 2 penneth in and said, I can't believe people would call JD a sellout. He's always been there for me, JD, as, you know, pay attention people, or something like that. And I just lost it. That was me losing my shit. And I thought, okay, straw that broke the camel's back time, can of worms just opened everywhere. Let's get this fucking party started. And I just went straight and I said to Smiblical Sleeper, I said, look, the video was not about fucking JD. I was talking about you. You know, kind of don't flatter yourself. And then that was it, an exchange of words and insults. And, you know, Smiblical Sleeper's halo slipped of the nice person, oh, please don't hurt me, and all of a sudden he starts coming back at me with a few unfavourable, very passive-aggressive things, you know. He'll never have the balls to say exactly what, well, I'm not going to go into it too much. Basically, it was very passive-aggressive what he was saying, and mine was not horrible, you know, I was direct, but I was trying to keep it gentlemanly. Now, whatever, you know, I was expecting that to happen. It's no sort of, it's no surprise. And obviously, you know, he was, one of the things he was saying was, you told your subs you'd block me. You've lied to your subs. I'm sorry, people. I'm sorry, everybody. I lied to you. I fucking lied. No, actually, I didn't lie. I got it wrong. What I did was I unfollowed him, and I thought I blocked him, but I didn't unfollowed him because obviously I wasn't following him. Therefore, I didn't see his tweets. They went into JD's feed. So I said, okay, I'm going to do you a favour, and I'm going to remedy that. Blocked. There we go. Job done. Now, the series of events that followed was not what I was expecting. I was expecting that. I was not expecting this. Because next thing you know, Drifter sent me a message on Twitter and he said, oh, I've just watched your video. I've left you a message. Please watch. Sorry, please read it. So I went over there. I looked at, you know, Drifter's message, and it was along the lines of, you know, I can't understand why you would think that about me. Blah, blah, blah. And I was like, whoa, Drifter. I haven't mentioned you in this video, so I had to go back, listen to it. Oh god, yes, I did mention Drifter, but I mentioned him in a kind of, you know, third-person way. And basically what I said was, and I quote, you know, people sort of slag off these channels like Ali A, T Martin, Drifter, Cast Silencer, and say that they're sucking Activision's dick. Well, I don't really know about that, but here are my thoughts on things. And that was the last Drifter and Cast Silencer were mentioned in that video because I went on a rant, and I mentioned, as the people I've sort of featured in the thumbnail, Ali A, T Martin, and Smiblical Sleeper. So those were the three I spoke about. The other two, Cast Silencer and Drifter, that just happened. It popped up in conversation. It doesn't mean that I'm attacking those two people individually. It's like if I said to somebody, oh, I went to McDonald's the other day, and I was looking at the menu, and I thought, no, I'm not going to have a McDonald's. I'm going to get to KFC because people have told me that McDonald's that I went to is not the best. So I went to KFC, had a meal, had the 6-piece bucket with fries and a drink and a cheeky little Zinger Tower burger chaser. And I got really sick. I was puking all over the house, and I spent 2 weeks in bed, absolutely dog rough. And then all of a sudden, the managing director of, I don't know, the top guy of McDonald's contacted me and said, I can't believe you said you got food poisoning from me. No, I didn't say I got food poisoning from you or your chain. I got it from Cat, but you mentioned me. Yeah, I mentioned you. You came up in conversation. I didn't speak directly to you. In fact, the picture that I was holding up when I was having this strange chat in the street that never really happened was a picture of KFC and the Colonel. Obviously, this never really happened, and it would be weird why I'd be carrying a picture, but you know what I'm saying. I'm giving you a sort of image in your head. So I kind of explained that to Drifter, whatever, and the next thing I know, Cast Silencer's come on. He's like, oh, you know, my friend, I can't believe you would think that about me. I'm sorry if those are the views you have, you know, it's a shame we haven't spoke for a while. I still really love your commentary voice though, bro. And I was like, well, fuck, you know, I didn't mention you. I mentioned you once, you know, in past tense, and I had to explain to him, but thankfully Jimmy was a little bit more understanding. I know Jimmy's not very popular with a lot of people. I've got no issue with Jimmy, you know, I've dealt with him in the past. We've had sort of mutual things going on and whatever. I've got no issue with Jimmy or Drifter. It was about those guys. Now, if that wasn't enough, and obviously all this time I'm dealing with, you know, Smiblical Sleeper and all of his, like, little runarounds who start calling me jealous, and, you know, all the tools that decide that they're going to make an opinion about me even though they know nothing about me. And somebody says, oh my god, have you seen what Keemstar's done? And I look and I'm going through all my tweets. There's about 1 million tweets, you know, 20 tweets popping up every 15 seconds. It was ridiculous. And then I noticed that Keemstar had followed me, tweeted the video out to all of his people, and you know, next thing you know, people are saying, oh my god, you're going to be on Drama Alert. I thought, oh no, what is going on? How can things spiral out of control in 2 hours so quickly? All of this time I'm tapping away at the keyboard. My wife is sitting there watching this film, keeps looking to her left because she's never seen me type so fast or so consistently for so long, and actually says to me, are are you having an affair? Are you having some sort of cyber affair with somebody that I don't know about? And I was like, no, it's just craziness. You wouldn't understand. Go back to your film. Can I get you more wine? There you go. There's your wine topped up. How's that? How's the film? Is it good? Oh yeah, basically he's brilliant. I don't want to hear about it. Got more important things to deal with. Headphones back on, dealing with the situation. Absolutely crazy. So I don't know what's going to happen next. I'm hoping that that's it. You know, we've obviously drawn a line under it. Me and Smiblical Sleeper are not going to, be sending Christmas cards to each other anytime soon. Me and JD are fine. I think Khan Silencer's pretty cool with it. I don't know about Drifter, but he's a man of few words. He didn't really respond and say thank you. That's cleared. And, again, all my subscribers have been absolutely fantastic. And I really appreciate the guys who didn't jump in and sort of jump on the bandwagon and, fight the corner. You didn't need to fight the corner, and you were I've explained that in the past, and I think that got through to you. So thank you for that. I'm big enough and ugly enough to fight my own battles. So yeah, weird. Hope it's all died down now so I can just crack on and talk about the things I want to talk about. But how interesting and quite fun at the same time. I can't do this drama thing. It's too exhausting. It really is. Thanks for watching, guys. Apocalypse done.